Hey guys, how's it going? It's Shay and welcome back to the Utmost Geek. Here is a very tatty box, and I'm only showing you this thing because the item that arrived in it surprisingly didn't come with much damage. I mean, look at the state of this thing. It was just taped up, like this was just squished down together like that. And I'm just surprised that we didn't get any catastrophic damage or anything like that. So I have no idea how that happened, but yeah. Let me show you the item in question. And here is the item. Yes, I know, you guys must be thinking, oh dang nabbit, did this guy just get another LGA 775 machine? And it's a Dell, and he already got one? Kinda? Maybe? Okay, I'm just gonna try and cut this down as simple as I can. Basically what happened, I was looking on eBay, as usual, for new content, if you will, and I was looking at a older model of this machine. It is a completely different design and everything, and they're getting quite hard to come by now. That model ended up having, that machine rather, ended up having bad caps and a missing CPU, and it was sold as untested. It was also missing a hard drive, I believe. So and missing a PSU. That was a very important one, yeah. And the seller of that, we had a little chat. He showed me some extra pictures of that machine, and we both kind of agreed on me getting this. They were really helpful, and I really do appreciate their help with all the extra info, considering that they weren't really hardware oriented. They were better with software. So yeah. But so they sent some pictures of other machines, and there was a 745, and there was this, an Optiplex SX280. So I decided, well, I've already got a Core 2 Duo machine, and I actually didn't know what CPU was in that 745. I could have gotten that, and if it's still there, I might get it, but who knows. Oh yeah, this one looked more intriguing to me, considering it's a bit more different from my 760, and I had no idea what I was going to use it for, but I thought, hey, let me just grab this quickly and just maybe I'll have a bit of fun making a video on it. So yeah, here we are. And that's how I have, I don't know, maybe the 5th or 6th 775 machine in my collection. Yeah, I need to find something else to make videos on, but 775 machines are really cheap, and they're littered all over the place nowadays, so I guess this is what I have to work with. But yeah, guys, let's do our regular thing and have a look at the exterior, interior, see how it runs, and then we'll wrap up the video. Yeah. Here we go, let's dive in. Alright, so looking at the front here, the whole case is very identical to the Optiplex 760 that I have, apart from a couple of things that I'll just show you quickly. The plastic material choice here is different. The colors are kind of different as well. The panels have faded, which is a bit funny. CD-ROM is different. All this stuff is the same. The port things here, they're a bit different as well. Placement and stuff like that. Stickers, obviously quite different and smaller for some reason. And this whole thing was really messy, but I took quite a bit of time to clean it up, and it looks decent, I guess. CD drive won't come out properly. I mean, it does come out, but it's just hard to put it back in sometimes. No idea why. Let's have a look at the other sides. Left side, complete with a very badly executed marked up license key for Windows XP Professional. Very plain looking as well. as you can see. Right side, also kind of plain looking, and it's got some sticker residue or something. I can try and rub that off, and there's a missing security screw there. Here's the rear, pretty much the same as the 760, apart from there's no mic input, which is kind of odd. This is all the same, the mechanism here, same power supply, and there was no issues with that, thankfully. Same fans and everything. There was some older models with different fans and things, but I believe those were the bad capacitor ones. These are all the same. I wish these had a separate or a VGA port or something, or just a second monitor port. It would have been convenient. Oh yeah, that reminds me. These 4 screws, I was actually able to pull out the whole motherboard when I was cleaning it, so that's good. I couldn't do that on my 760, and I will try again, but yeah, so the whole kind of case is a bit tired, but oh well. Let me show you the top and the base. Here's the top. I had to clean all this stuff. This ventilation here, it's pretty much just to allow air that isn't going into the shroud to come out, really, so it does get kind of dusty. Same mounts as the 760 has to put it onto a kind of monitor stand, which is cool. Here's the service tag again. It says 7G, is that G? Was that 7SHNJ1J or something? I already showed you on the rear. I'm not sure. I'm trying to give myself an eye test right now. Let me show you the base. And here's the base. It's pretty normal, really. Just like the same as the top and on the other PC. These stickers are kind of different as well. This was made in Ireland, and I believe this was one of the last years that the Ireland plant was making computers. After that, they switched to Poland, and then they switched to China, if I remember correctly. And there's a little date code here that says 030405, which, 3rd of April 2005. It says the power here and the service tag and everything, and that's all fine and dandy. And down here is kind of important. I'll mention that in a bit, why that's there. I mean, looks identical to the top, but there's a special reason why they put that there. Alright, now to look at the inside. I'd usually release the latch, but the tabs on the cover have broken off. I still have them, I just need to glue them in. You can see the white part here. This side panel says a date on it. You can't really see it. It says 4th of January 2005. Looking inside, it looks pretty much the same. We have the original hard drive, which is kind of nice to see. The same kind of shroud here. The reason why I was talking about the vents on the side, and I finally figured out why they did this, is because this computer specifically has no hard drive fan, and I don't know if they only had it they only excluded it from this model. I know that the other models do have it, but this one's missing it, so they thought at the time, before they added the hard drive fan, that let's bring in air from the side here, which will be sucked in from that rear fan, because the shroud has a bigger cutout for the VRM as well, and then that'll just work and cool the whole thing. But no, this was the true OG of hard drive toasters. There's a very good video from Jim's Junk or something, I believe his channel's name, and he shows one of these, a newer one, I think it was a 745, that was also cooking hard drives. I'm surprised that this one has lasted all this time, really. Especially that with the north bridge here, which runs quite warm, to be honest. The south bridge is down here. There's no fan header at all, so I can't just add a fan if I wanted to. I might just buy a USB fan to stick on the side here to give a bit of ventilation, and I'll probably be keeping it on its side like this anyways. So yeah, we got some DDR2 RAM here. I will tell you about that later on. Pentium 4 CPU, as mentioned before. No bad capacitors, which is always a nice thing to have. As you can see around the CPU, they're all good, and even down under there, they're all in exceptional condition. No bulging or anything, which is a score in that sense. I'm glad it's like that. Only thing to really complain about really is we had a dead CMOS battery, which is normal, and we got some bad fans. That one especially, that one needs replacing. Makes some annoying sounds, as you will hear later on. This one is also going bad soon. Hard drive, I honestly thought that the hard drive was going bad just from the sound that I was hearing, but it's just that stupid fan back there. But yeah, let's hook it up to power and see what it can do. Alright, we have everything set up here. The only thing that's changed a bit from my usual videos is that the monitor is now on a table, as doing all this stuff on the floor is not really good for your back. So let's turn on the PC here. I do have the power meter plugged in just for funsies, using 3 watts of power already, and let's go into the BIOS. And right now we're actually using I do have the top cover off to keep the hard drive cool, as I've already shown you how things can get a bit toasty with these machines. What is it? There we go. Yeah, we are using BIOS version A09. When I got this machine, and in the original video that I was trying to make, we were using BIOS version A04, I believe, which I think was the first one, and that had a release date of 2004. This PC seems to have been assembled in 2005, later 2005, so yeah, that could explain why it doesn't have any bad caps or anything, but as mentioned, we do have a Pentium 4 CPU, 2.8 GHz. This is the base CPU that comes with these. According to a CNET article that I will link down below, these machines started off at $1,781, and they came with this exact CPU. The RAM is a bit different. Also, I just realized that that CPU is honestly pretty bad. 1 meg of cache. Yeah, the one in the Dimension is far superior compared to this one, I believe. 1.25 gigs of RAM. Again, I showed you that earlier, but it'll do for now. I do plan on upgrading it to 4 gigs in due course. I've ordered some RAM for the 760, so once that thing gets its 8 gigs of RAM, then I'll put 4 gigs in here, hopefully. And moving down, boot sequence, pretty normal stuff. So everything it's a pretty normal BIOS, really. Nothing too special that we haven't seen already in my previous videos. Yeah, pretty normal. Yeah, you can change your video memory size. I don't know why you would want to make it smaller, to be honest, considering how bad the graphics performance is. Hyper-threading is on, of course. We want the full space heater experience. Mind you, we're sitting in the BIOS. It's already using 100 watts of power. Hard drive acoustic mode, bypass that. It's got all the regular Dell stuff. Yeah, that's okay. Keep that off, actually, that's annoying. Execute disable. One thing I have noticed on this, there's no TPM module like my 760 has. It's missing a few features in that sense. Maybe because TPM didn't exist at this time, or maybe this was not supposed to be targeting the same market. Well, it's definitely a business machine, but no idea. Another thing that the 760 has that this one doesn't have is the client settings, so you could use it as a thin client to access a domain server, whatever. So that's cool, and you can see that all of the issues that this thing has had previously. The BIOS battery was indeed dead on this thing, and I have probably mentioned that already. But yeah, that's pretty normal. I've seen so many of these dead batteries now. It's quite annoying, really. Right, let's save and exit, and we will jump forward to XP. Here we are in Windows XP. One thing to note, this thing didn't actually come with Windows XP when I got it. It came with Windows Vista Home Premium or something like that, and it still had the previous users' details and everything in it, and I couldn't log in, obviously, didn't want to, so I just spent a whole night on trying to install XP. We had a few driver issues and a few stupid moments that were partly my fault, so it shouldn't have taken as long as it did, so oh well. We got everything working now. The issue I had was the stupid graphics driver here. In fact, it's still not working I mean, it's working alright, but it's not perfect. This thing has been a headache. Just this little area. Otherwise, it's been okay. The display resolution here, if I show you, this monitor doesn't really agree with any of these resolutions. So when I downloaded the drivers from Dell and Windows, they both didn't work, so I had to reinstall the OS. I didn't think of using DDU, driver deinstaller and something like that, and yeah, not good. But now that we have it working, let me show you all the regulated details, and we will do a bit of normal stuff. I don't think we'll be able to do any gaming, unfortunately, this time around, and that's due to the hard drive's capacity. It's a bit too small, but I might try and see if I can put something on here. Alright, all the overview software is open, so let's have a look here. We have our Pentium 4 2795. I did repaste this thing and I didn't take a picture of what model it actually is, so, and also I've noticed that we are missing a lot of details here. No TDP, no platform, no code name, no cache, and we only have our instruction sets, which is a bit funky. We've got the Dell motherboard version here and everything. The BIOS, our stupid 915G chipset. This is going to be my fourth machine with this chipset now, and the other two, I mean, they're not the exact same in the other three machines, but they are slight variations, and they are all terrible. I'm telling you, they've all been pretty miserable to use. Memory, we have I believe it's 400 megahertz here. RAM, and we have one Micron and one Transcend stick, which is tickety boo. So that's alright, yeah. One's 200 megahertz, one is 267. Okay. And we have our GMA 900 graphics, so we're in for a fun ride, people. This is not going to go well. And one more thing I've noticed here earlier, we are missing a lot of temperature values. We don't know what the CPU is doing temperature wise, but I can tell you from the heat coming out of it, it's not too bad yet, but once we start doing some intensive work, you will hear the fans ramp up and down, and there'll be quite a bit of heat coming out. It's not very excessive, like, as I was joking before, space heater like, but it is noticeable. Wattage is at 76 watts right now, so that's okay. At least it's died down from 100. And here's our hard drive specs. Right now it's at 36 degrees, and I can confirm that with my thermometer here. Oh, it's actually at 28 degrees, so that's cool. Yeah. And the reason why this value might be incorrect is because the chipset, as I showed you earlier, the Northbridge, I believe it is, sits right under the temperature sensor of the hard drive. So this thing usually goes up to around 40 to 50, even with the cover open. But I can guarantee you, if I close the cover, the hard drive will cook itself, no matter what. Thankfully, the hard drive is in good shape. We do have 200 reallocated sectors, which I'm surprised it's not angry about. But I don't know. I'm not a hard drive nerd. You guys can tell me if that's a good number or not. Um, Power on count is relatively low, and our hours is not very high either. Only 1 year and 30 days. Not bad at all. I don't know if this hard drive is 5400 RPM or 7500, 7200. So I'll just have to find out and put that in the description, I think. But yeah. Right, let's try doing YouTube and a couple of other things, and then we'll try maybe a teeny tiny bit of gaming. Alright, now this will probably get this video taken down or something, but let's try this. This is a song I used to test speakers out and things, and this thing seems to be doing pretty well when it plays this. Now, mind you, this is a very old video, and we are only running at 480p. Everything doesn't look right on the screen because of the whole resolution debacle, which is annoying. We can open Task Manager here. Surprisingly, it doesn't take long to load it, but you can see there's some connection issues here. We're trying to upgrade our internet right now, and the current wireless adapter thing I'm using is not the greatest. I can mute this thing. 124 watts of power, very nice. Fans are going up and down. RAM is nearly at max. Definitely I want some more RAM to make your experience a bit more enjoyable, at least. And I believe that's why the CPU is going a bit crazy right now, because it's using a lot the hard drive as a paging file thing, if I remember correctly. So yeah, not bad at all. The audio, when you play it, I won't make it louder, but when you hear it, it sounds completely fine. There's no choppiness or anything, so even if the screen looks a bit messy or kind of glitchy sometimes, it sounds completely fine. So, very interesting. Alright, I'm sorry, I was curious. Can it play a video of Unigen's Valley benchmark? And let's do full screen as well, just for fun. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's not too bad, really. I mean, it looks terrible, and probably running at 480p again. Oh no, 720p? What on earth? CPU is pegged with usage. It's warming up quite nicely. Let me just check our chipset. Oh, yep, never mind. And we're getting around 40 degrees on the chipset now, which is not good. And what it hasn't really changed much. So, oh well. Let's try something else now. Alright, good old Nova Bench. Let's see what happens. Let's see. This will probably, yeah, you can hear the vibrations and everything. This will probably set the CPU on fire or something. Yeah, I can hear that thing ramping up already. It does get louder than this as well. Not to the point that you could get very annoyed, but I'm sure it would be noticeable. Although, to be fair, this thing has got 20-year-old fans that aren't in the best shape right now. One of them already has a bad bearing, which is what that hissing sound is. I initially thought it was the hard drive being like dying or something, but no, the hard drive is actually pretty quiet. It seems to be taking a bit longer than usual. I am not expecting a very good score, but I'm hoping it's not too terrible compared to... Oh, what are we getting? 13 FPS. Whoa. That's performance there, people. That is performance. And our CPU is taking off again. Okay. This actually might be a 7200 RPM hard drive. It doesn't take too long to boot. So who knows? Oh my goodness. Barely made it above 200. That's pathetic. Graphic test score of 1. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I think this could be the all-time low for this channel. Yeah, not a strong performer at all, really, is it? Oh dear. Well, I guess it doesn't perform like it shows. I mean, it's quick and fast, and File Explorer doesn't take long to load and everything. So, oh well. Let's try 2 more things, I guess. All right. Here's something I don't really show, thanks to copyright and stuff, but I believe this is a royalty-free song, so I guess we'll just give it a shot. This thing actually plays Spotify XP, which is now called Entify for legal reasons, I believe. It plays it just fine. Like it's so instant. Like I can just select it from my phone, and it plays it just fine. If I turn it up a bit, playback is clear, and it also is clear from the headphone jack. So that's a very good positive for this one of these. I have a lot of machines in my collection that have really terrible DACs, digital to analog converters, I believe. Yeah. And by terrible, I mean they have too much interference, they have too much noise or something, and it just, it pisses me off. So having a machine that has clear audio like this is nice. Very nice. But yeah. Right. Now, I think we have time, and I think we have space as well to install a singular game on here. Let's have a look. See? Yeah, I think we have some space. Not too much. Let me go install it and I'll be right back. Alright, here we are. I believe I've shown this game before. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that, but I guess this was the only thing we could fit on here. Let's show you the... yeah, we're doing this on the lowest. I don't have much confidence, let's say, in this thing. And one thing I've noticed, it does a lot of coil whine, which is annoying. Are you running? I don't hear anything. Yep, we are running, okay. Oh no, I can't. Why can't I hear anything? That's weird. Oh, this looks terrible, but at least it works. I believe my Latitude D610 was able to get some better performance, and to be honest, this could be due to many things. There we go. Probably lack of RAM, if anything, for the GPU. Can we take off? Oh, nearly did a tail strike there. Very nice. Should have gotten my little joystick down. Now, of course, this is not a very detailed player experience, but I guess it's doable. Yeah, that's one game for you. I do have Sims 2, but I'm not sure how many people really want to see me playing Sims 2 on a piece of junk like this, so I guess this will do for now. And then again, is it really a piece of junk? Because I guess it can do a couple of things. Clearly audio is more of its thing than anything else. But yeah, guys, time to wrap all this stuff away and end the video. And there we have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this kind of wacky video. I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do with this thing, to be honest. I do not want to throw it away or anything like that, or destroy it for no reason. It is still a capable machine in some ways, and I have a feeling that even maybe I can find a cheap Pentium for something, but after a couple of little upgrades and maybe an SSD, if I have one lying around, it could make a somewhat decent machine again. No? I mean, it's not... The 760 will still run circles around this one, considering that thing has a one of the best Core 2 Duos available, and soon 8 gigs of RAM. But yeah, it was fun to have a look at what started this whole design. And yeah, feel free to let me know what you guys think of this thing, and please give me some ideas on what I could use it for. I am genuinely clueless. It is just kind of meh, but oh well. Let's try and fix that, I guess. And also let me know if you want to see an update video on this thing. I'll be happy to do that. And I'll just say the regular thing as I usually say. Nobody will force you to like or subscribe. It's not the thing that we do around here, and I completely do not endorse that kind of behavior. I know I've seen so many channels that do it, and it just drives me insane sometimes. Well, yeah. All I have to say now is bye for now, guys. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one.